Biznation. Good morning, this is your Biznation Bulletin with me, Henry Winter. And let's get on to our top story. By the closing bell on Tuesday, the Nasdaq had suffered a 10% fall from its all-time high less than 1 week prior. The move meant that Nasdaq has entered a technical correction.
A technical correction, often called a market correction, is a decrease in the market price of a stock or index that is greater than 10% but lower than 20% from the recent high. It can also apply to other securities where the key characteristic is the 10 to 20% counter to the prior move.
Tesla and other tech-focused stocks had driven the index higher, and those same companies suffered big time in the pullback in market pricing, with Tesla losing a third of its entire value in just over a week. However, it's worth noting that Nasdaq and Tesla are both still up considerably year to date, by 25% and 338% respectively as of Wednesday evening. And whilst we're on the markets, it's also worth mentioning that Japanese tech conglomerate Softbank fell more than 7% as investors started questioning its unusual options trades betting on American big tech companies.
Equity options provide investors with the right to buy or sell a stock in the future at a fixed price somewhere above or below where it's currently trading. They serve an important purpose of hedging investment portfolios against losses, but they also have a long history of fanning big gains and losses for speculators.
So what are these unusual trades? Well, we don't know the specifics, but some analysts reckon Softbank has seen over $4 billion in unrealized gains on a number of huge options trades that rely on tech stocks like Amazon, Microsoft and Facebook continuing their huge success. However, whilst this all sounds lovely, investors are a bit worried. The company faces around $30 billion worth of exposure, and their Vision Fund has made huge investments in the past that have raised eyebrows. American jeweller Tiffany is suing LVMH in Delaware after the French luxury giant tried to back out of its acquisition of Tiffany, worth an estimated $16.2 billion. Now, this scrap all started with the French government, actually. They sent a letter to LVMH asking for them to delay the takeover. Why, may you ask? Well, they've got their own little row going on with the Trump administration over in Washington. Now, the US are accusing France of proposing taxes on digital companies that are unfairly targeting American firms like Google and Facebook. Now, Trump is threatening tariffs on French goods like makeup and handbags. And it's all become handbags, really, because Tiffany are accusing LVMH of using this letter from the French government as an excuse to get out of a deal it regrets signing as the pandemic decimated the luxury industry. But LVMH simply state France's intervention puts the situation entirely out of its hands. How convenient. And on to a bit more suing. Apple are counter-suing Epic Games, accusing the makers of the very popular online video game Fortnite of stealing the 30% commissions they take from app developers. They say Epic Games have embarked on a plan of alleged commission theft by including a workaround in Fortnite that gave players a discount on in-game currency if they paid Epic directly. Apple believe Epic Games has breached their developer contract. This all came after Epic Games took legal action against Apple last month in an antitrust case that could have huge ramifications for the way digital app stores work. Thomas Cook is back, but it's all going to look a bit different. The brand is close to being relaunched after thousands of jobs were lost in its devastating collapse last year. Basically, it had a mountain of debt and sparked the largest ever peacetime repatriation program to bring home 150,000 holidaymakers across the world. So they're back, kind of. This new firm won't have planes and hotels and shops, but instead will all be online. The brand's owner, China's Fosun, wants to breathe life back into Britain's oldest travel firm ASAP, so they can be ready in time for the start of the booking season next summer. But this all hinges on Thomas Cook getting a license to operate. And finally, Amazon is putting together a team of very clever people to develop driverless deliveries intended for use in the UK. They're going to call the service Amazon Scout. It kind of looks like an R2-D2 droid, but a lot less cool. Basically, it'll roll along the pavement at about walking pace and deliver items at customers' doors. The software team will be tasked with creating software that would teach it to navigate obstacles like recycling bins and, more worryingly, pets. Well, that's all your Biznation news for this week. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you again next time. Bye-bye.
Biznation.